I want to show you. One other thing. Elon Musk has said a bunch of also idiotic things. Let's start off with the Elon Musk video first and foremost. Okay, here it is. If you don't pay the $8, your tweets will be suppressed by an algorithm. Not making up. He said it to a room of investors yesterday and claimed that this would solve hate speech. You'll have to scroll really far to see unverified users.
The way I think about it is that, so I'm trusting you with the future of our country, of the world, actually, when you're in charge of a media like that. So how do you prevent, so being Jewish, how do you prevent this anti-Semitism? Or if I were black, how do you prevent all of the... So how do you prevent the use of the N-word? We should be able to figure out with software how to moderate this and prevent that from happening. Is that true or not?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Totally agree. Temporarily, people have been able to put some hate speech on Twitter, but then it's been taken down immediately.
So what's up? So you're anti-hate speech now? What's up, bro? I thought you were pro-free speech, which everybody knows is just pro-hate speech, because no one's out there going, how dare you say the sky is blue? Ban this motherfucker. No, when people talk about free speech, we're talking about the boundaries, okay? And the idea is, what are the boundaries of free speech? No one gives a fuck when you say, I like strawberries, okay? No one's like, dude, ban this fucking guy. No, people talk about hate speech, and when you say, oh man, I love free speech, you're just basically saying you want a system where there are no consequences to you saying the N-word or you being hateful towards marginalized groups. That's it.
So now, part of what I'm trying to achieve with this sort of enabling everyone to be payment verified with Twitter Blue is to try to get as many people payment verified as possible. It's only
he says payment verified, as though there's no other way to do this verification process. He's like, oh, well, we just want to make everybody pay for the platform. That's basically it. Why the would we literally pay while we are the ones who are creating the content? It makes no sense. At least like with Meta or Facebook and all these other platforms, like they understand that like UGC is what makes the platform what it is. If no one posted on TikTok, then TikTok would not be TikTok. If no one posted on Twitter, then Twitter would not be Twitter. He literally is just like, dude, you need to pay me to keep posting on the platform that I just bought, okay? Which makes no sense, because without the posters, there is no platform. And a lot of these companies recognize this, which is why they allow speech and ridiculous content to go through for a very long time, because they realize, like, especially YouTube realized this a long time ago, like if I let white supremacists radicalize people on the platform, they're going to stay on the platform for a long ass time.
$1 a month. Although for some people that were complaining about that, and these are people who pay more than that for their latte.
I'm going to be one of your Twitter Blue customers.
Thank you. But
like, it's like paying $8 a month. It's like paying Netflix, but then all the content on Netflix is content you created. You know what I mean? If I'm paying money to a service, that service can't just be hosting my fucking words that end up making other people stay on the platform to read my fucking words. That's insane. Now, yeah, Elon Musk was like, shadow banning is a big problem. So now we're going to shadow ban everyone automatically, and they have to buy their way out of shadow banning.
But like
UGC, we know you watch Marketing Mondays. You're an Atrioc head. No, I did marketing. Like, I was literally a salesperson. That's my job. My job was advertising, sales, and operations.
It's part of its revenue, part of it is payment authentication. And so if somebody, because there is a huge problem with spam and bots and trolls on Twitter.
Yeah, now at least we can get them to pay for it. Like, that's basically what he's saying.
And organizations trying to manipulate public opinion. But if we can get enough verified users, and we're going to prioritize Twitter search, replies, mentions by verified users first.
He's so fucking stupid. It is mind-boggling. He is quite literally stating Twitter has a gigantic problem with spamming and bots, so we are going to change the process so that they have to pay for it. So then all you see is verified spam and bots. So the real users that don't want to fucking pay for it, because they're like, why the fuck would I pay $8 a month for this shit? Okay? Are going to not use fucking Twitter. That's what's going to happen.
And search. And you won't really see, you'll have to scroll far to see the unverified users, which will be the
No, that's not going to happen unless everybody who is currently using the platform pays $8 a month to be verified. If that doesn't happen, you're just only going to have bot spam.
Bots and trolls and whatnot.
So if something we don't want to see, it gets pushed way down.
Yeah, just put the basic.
So
Yeah, the only way to combat hate speech is by paid speech. I love that. This Rex Twitter, in his own words, caught on camera, you won't really see what your friends are posting. Even in your own replies, they don't pay for it. His genius idea is shadow banning free users. Here's them joking about firing half of Twitter staff, yet whining about advertising, claiming we made no change in our operations. According to addict egg Lou Paz, who was on a call with him Thursday, this is false. There's been a massive change in content moderation teams.
So today we fired half of Twitter, and that should save us, what, $4 billion a year?
No, it's not going to save $4 billion a year. I wish, but I mean, to be frank, Twitter
This
was
dumbass like, bro, I didn't really think this through. I didn't really think this through. Not good idea. I know. Shut up.
having pretty serious revenue challenges and cost challenges before the acquisition talks started. So, and then we also recently had a lot of difficulty with activist groups pressuring major advertisers to stop spending money on Twitter.
This is fake. This never happened. Look, the Starbucks latte analogy is dumb, as a chatter also pointed out in the chat. And here's why. When I go to Starbucks, I don't make the fucking coffee myself for not only myself, but for others as well. Okay? No one's going to Starbucks and being like, all right, time to fucking make this Starbucks myself. Time to make the latte myself. You're paying for a service. You're not literally making the fucking latte yourself and serving it to others. And now Starbucks is like, it was free for you to make your own latte and serve it to others. But now we're going to charge you for it. Like, no one would do that. Like, that latte wasn't fucking free.
This is despite us doing everything possible to appease them and to make it clear that moderation rules and hateful conduct rules have not changed, and we're continuing to enforce them. A number of major advertisers have stopped spending on Twitter. This doesn't seem right because we've made no change in our operations at all.
It doesn't seem right.
But nonetheless, the activist groups have been successful in
It doesn't seem right. Why are they leaving my platform? Why are they no longer giving me money? Maybe because I kept antagonizing people over and over again. Please give me money again. Please, please, please. Dumbass. You spent the entire fucking week antagonizing people over and over again. You said what you said over and over again. You kept hanging out with and hyping up like psychotic right-wingers and shit. You posted conspiracy theories. You fired half the fucking moderation teams. And now you're like, oh, I don't know why people don't want to be a part of this now. Like, well, yeah, you fucked it up. You ruined everyone's favorite toy.
causing a massive drop in Twitter advertising revenue. And we've done our absolute best to appease them, and nothing is working. So this is a major concern, and I think this is, frankly, an attack on the First Amendment.
Yeah, no. This is an attack on the First Amendment. Not the fact that he has decided, that like free speech can only be paid for. Like if even in his own narrow framework of what it means to have free speech, he quite literally is like undermining that. Okay, by saying in order to get on the algo, you have to fucking pay. What he's claiming here is what Instagram did to their timelines, but 1,000 times worse. Also, $8 per account will remove spam is absurd. He said price will scale with local economies, so bot farms will buy accounts in Argentina for a real exploit used on a Nintendo eShop.
Like, if activist groups can pressure advertisers upon which Twitter is fundamentally dependent to, suppress free speech, then that doesn't seem right.
Like, advertisers choosing not to fucking advertise on Twitter is not attacking free speech, dog. That's crazy. They are so geared on seeing things from these political fucking lines, okay? You can't see, and also thinking that billionaires, of course, are the most successful members in society, and you believe in meritocracy, so you believe that, like, this guy deserved to be there. Because if you don't believe that this guy deserved to be there, that kind of fundamentally destroys everything you knew and everything you learned about capitalism. The moment that you realize it's like a piercing of the veil. Like it's like realizing that your dad or your mom is not like this godlike figure, but a human being, okay? And human beings are complex. Human beings are not infallible. Human beings are imperfect. It's like that moment where you realize like your parents are real humans, okay? They fuck up. They're not as smart as you think they are. When you realize like, holy shit, Elon Musk is not this mega genius. What the fuck? Everything kind of falls apart a little bit.
To have a useful humanoid robot. Now, the economy is fundamentally GDP per capita times capita. If you no longer have a constraint on capita because of a useful humanoid robot, it is not clear that there's any limit to the size of the economy.
Yeah, but what happens to the humans? Automation is great, but automation under capitalism leads to not people having a fucking 4-hour workday or an 8-hour work week, rather, but instead people being unemployed, underemployed, cast aside. That's the issue, because all technological achievements under capitalism are done at the behest and the benefit of capital owners, an increasingly smaller group of people that have access to all the wealth and power.